Hello. In this video, I want to talk about the unique dashboard that you will find when you first log in to your PNC portal. Now, when we get into our car and we're ready to drive off, there are things that we need to know before we drive off. Even if we don't check them, usually the car will alert us and they will raise alarm. In most cars, a red light will come on, and if it's really urgent, the light will keep flashing, indicating that the battery is low, the temperature is rising high, the oil is really low, and the petrol is close to running empty. And in most cars, if you don't put the seatbelt on and you start driving off, they will continually beeping until you put the seatbelt on, and how annoying that can be. When you first log into your portal as a pastor, you want to know what is happening to your people, where they are at. And if you don't, even if you don't, you really want some kind of alert or reminder alarming you to ensure that you don't miss anything important about your members. So when you first log into a person's profile, the first thing you want to know, what is happening to this person? When were they being last followed up, and by who and how? Any alert that you need to know about them, such as allergy or a special condition? Are they in hospital? If so, what happened? When did they went in? Which hospital? And is there anyone following them up? How is their family? Are they being looked after? When is their last appointment? When is their next appointment to see a pastor or a counselor? Are they overseas, and for how long? Have they joined a program, or if so, are they still in a program? And if they're not, why are they not completing it? Do they have a family? Are they in a group? Are they still attending the church? What is their contact details? And there is more. And if you were listening very carefully, contact details was the last thing that I mentioned. And it's usually the only details that we have in a person's profile in most of our system. And maybe you kind of wonder, how do we get all of this information? How do you collect those data? How do you know when a person changed their contact detail? How do you know they joined a group or leave a group? How do you know they completed a program or attended an activity? How do you know if they're connected to the community? How to know that they're in the hospital? Well, there are two things that I can say to answer that question. First of all, when all your pastoral staff are using their professional portal to stay connected and engaged with their members, you are more likely to find out about these changes through their regular connection. That is, you are casting a net. In another video, I'll be talking about the PNC model of care called the net. So when a pastor update changes and other important information about the member, they're also updated in our system. Again, every time a pastor updates any changes, they are automatically updated in the entire system. Usually this is done by the main coordinator or the office administrator, and it is very, very easy to miss a lot of changes, a lot of important information because of limited information and details collected by the one administrator. Secondly, your members can make the changes themselves through their members portal anytime. A weekly reminders are sent to ask them to update their profile. And isn't that great? So if someone changes some detail, moved a different address or their number, they go to that portal and edit their details, done. And more than that, if someone is joining a group or go online and join a program or register for an activity or send an inquiry or update their medication or other health needs, we know that, and we collect those data. They are recorded automatically, and it helps us to understand where our members are at. And don't tell me that this is not a good pastoral care. The good shepherd knows their sheep by name, and PNC is driven by that model of care to ensure that we treat our members as people, not numbers and not a client. We simply don't want to just assume. No, we want to be sure that our people are being followed up, are being loved, and are being cared for, because everybody matters. Now, as a coordinator or the senior pastor, you want to know that when you log in to the coordination portal, you want to know how many people are inquiries and how many inquiries are coming through. Because you want to know that they are really reaching out for help. And you want to know that these these inquiries are being responded to immediately. And what is the turnaround time we respond to these inquiries? And if they are not being responded to, we ask the question, why? If our members' inquiries are important to us, we want to ensure that we are not leaving them hanging there waiting for hours if it's really urgent, or for a number of days simply because we failed to respond immediately, if not quickly. And if we couldn't respond, we need to ask the question, why? Is there anything that we can do to improve our line of communication? When we log in, we want to know how many coordination done per week, all the to-dos. That is a measure of how well we utilize our resources and that we follow up our people and they're completed. We also want to know how many people are registered in the system. We want to know how many people are joining a group and how many people are engaging in an activity, in a blog or conversation or forum. How important is that? So you log into your coordination portal. The first thing you see is a graph view, and you can see the rise and the fall and a Plato in numbers and in figures. And if you want to see more detailed explanation of the graph, you click on the data view. A dashboard is like an online thermometer of PNC. It measures the environment of care, the temperature, the activity of pastoral care, and the engagement in the care community, and the effectiveness of how well we care for our people. Now, is that a kind of shepherd model of care you want to see happen in your church? If you think that having a system with a dashboard can help you monitor your ministry well, reach out, because we can help you. There's no better time to use that than right now. So go to www.pastoralnetcare.org and sign up now. And don't forget, we have a very special offer that you don't want to miss out that is on now. We hope to hear from you soon, and thank you for watching.